amazing when your voice sounds like awesomeness in all of your recordings?
Fun time with DissiNotRA.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today, a topic that relates to two of my best series on this channel because it covers questions for both of my beloved audiences, one for the mini singing tips audience and for the Beatmakers 101 audience. So, welcome, say hi to each other if you're here, all of you. And the big question is how to properly mix vocals so that your voice sounds awesome in any recording. Doesn't matter if it's in your video recording or in your audio recording in any type of music software. Because almost every video as well as audio editing software provides the tools to make you sound like awesomeness. Who would have thought that? Awesomeness! Also, a couple reminders for my awesome singing audience. I'm still offering 55% off on Fiverr for singing lessons. Go check it out, all the links are below. Still the most affordable price on singing lessons of this type. And if you don't believe me, then Google it. My orders on there are literally blowing out of the roof, which is why I want to also say thank you here real quick to my singing audience that comes through YouTube. I love you guys. And for my beatmaker as well as all of you audience people that I love so much, don't forget to check the shop. We have awesome stuff for beatmakers as well as singers. And also to you guys who purchase stuff on my page, thank you here real quick to you too. I love you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Anyway, let's get back to the big question, how to mix your vocals to sound amazing in any type of software. I'll show you right now on the computer. Okay guys, here we are. So here we have some juicy vocals going on. And the very first thing you want to do is open an equalizer. Now, for the ones of you that don't know what an equalizer is, it's basically the good old bass, treble and mids that you find in your car or on any common music speaker. As I said, you can do this in almost every video as well as audio editing software. I'm doing this here now in Reason, but don't get confused. The equalizer function should be always found somewhere where you can edit either the audio of your video or like here in your music program. Now for the people that are using Reason, this will hopefully be helpful for you too, since you can follow along here. Now I'm using first of all a really basic one for now and then move up to the advanced functions, just in case your equalizer function is as basic as the following one. I'm going to apply this to the main output, but you want to do this singularly to any of your vocal tracks, even if you sing a choir like I'm doing it here. And the reason for that is because you want to have some little slight differences between all of your vocals. You want to make it sound like there's really people singing a little choir for you in the background, even if it's your own voice. Okay, first of all, in order to understand this whole thing is that you have to know that the voice lays in a certain range of frequency, to be exact, hertz frequencies. Now I'm going to put a link for you below where it shows you basically an EQ chart. And it shows you in which frequencies all the instruments lay. And in our case, the voice lays, to be exact, between 80 and 200 hertz. Now everything that's before 80 hertz can be removed. But not only that, you can basically remove even frequencies and sounds to a certain degree that you don't like. Now in real life, if you would do it manually with knobs, on a real mixer you would turn it completely down. But since we're not doing it manually, you want to find your EQ, open it, and in Reason, as you saw, you can either click on here or do it in the rack window right here. Since we want to first of all take out all of the lows, and since that's a very common thing for mixing, they invented something that's called high pass filter. The opposite also exists, low pass filter, but we don't need this for now. So you click high pass filter first of all. In every mixer that should exist, and if not, do it manually and pull down the lows here. But why would you want to do it manually if we have this function right here? Now let's hear the difference. I need your love. As you can see, if we take out too much of the lows, it sounds way too thin. Now, you want to go by your ear, but if you want to go safe, don't cut more than 80 hertz here. Now, as you can see here in this beautiful mixer, I need your love. You can see in this graph here where your voice actually lays. As you can see here in the mids, is the most going on with the voices. Now, sometimes enhancing the mids can really, really help. Listen to this. I need your love. I need your love. As you can see, following along the animation that shows where the voice actually lays, you can already make it sound really amazing. Now, that already sounds great, but that's not all, guys. Because if you have a little bit of a more advanced equalizer, you can do the following. Here we have a little bit of a more advanced equalizer. Because besides enhancing your voice a little bit, you can actually remove frequencies that you don't like. We don't have so many disturbing frequencies here, but I'm going to try to demonstrate it. So we have a low cut here. And now, let's first of all find a disturbing frequency. And you want to do this the following. You want to, first of all, put the gain up. Then there should be a function that can change the waveform here into a peak or a curve. Now you want to make it a peak, not all the way. Then you want to play your vocals and you want to do the following. I need your love. I need your love. As you can see, we have a really ugly frequency here. And this is how you do the magic. You go to the max of making it a peak, and then you literally just pull out the frequency like that. I need your love. And boom, clean. Now you want to do this as much as you want. Sometimes I even open more equalizers if there's too many disturbing frequencies that I want to get rid of. Let's do one more. Again, we want to have the gain all the way up. The curve wants to be more of a peak. And we're gonna find our next disturbing frequency. I need your love. Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's something that I don't like. This really high one. I need your love. And again, same thing. We're gonna remove the frequency we don't like. Now, you don't want to put in too much of the highs because it's going to hurt your ears. I'm going to show you, but sometimes a little bit of a boost of the highs gives your voice such a nice, open, airy feel. As you can see, it already sounds really super crispy. Especially if you listen with headphones and you have all of these weird frequencies that you don't like, your computer sound in the background or some type of disturbing low frequencies, you can definitely remove them. Now what you also want to do is add a little reverb if you have the possibility. In my video editing program, it's actually possible. If not, it's still okay, it still sounds great. But since we can do it here, let's just hear what the little difference is. So I found a nice reverb here and let's see what happens. I need your love. I need your love. Beautiful. I need your love. Sounds amazing already. Now a little more advancement is if you use a compressor, but that's a total other tutorial right here. Again, in a real mixer, it would probably look something like this. You would take out the bass completely off of your vocals. And that already does the trick. You treble a little up, which basically is important to know if you're on stage and you don't have a professional sound engineer there, you can just do it yourself. And you sound juicy and beautiful and professional and most importantly, clean. Have fun, guys, sounding like awesomeness. That's it, everyone. I hope that was as helpful to you as it was for me when I learned that many years ago. As usual, if you have any more questions or requests, let me know in the comments below. There is amazing Reason news coming up soon for my beat makers. Stay tuned. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell, you know the drill. And don't forget to check the links, there's awesome stuff to discover. And as always, much love to everyone, stay focused and have a blessed now. Mwah!